Hello everyone. Do you know this fungus Candida auris? Recently, Candida auris has become one of the world's most concerning fungal pathogens because it can cause severe infection, spread within healthcare facilities, and in some cases, resist multiple antifungal drugs. But what exactly is Candida auris? Why are scientists and doctors so concerned about it? Who is at risk? Can it be treated? And how can its spread be prevented? In this video, I will provide you all the information about this fungal infection. What is Candida auris? Candida auris, often abbreviated as C. auris, is a species of yeast that can infect humans. Unlike many fungi that live harmlessly in the environment, Candida auris has the ability to survive in healthcare settings and cause serious infection, particularly in people who are already ill. Most healthy people are at very low risk. However, for patients in intensive care units, people with weakened immune system, or those using medical devices or ventilators, this fungus can become a serious threat. Before we understand why Candida auris is so dangerous, first we need to understand three important scientific terms: fungus, yeast, and antimicrobial resistance. What is fungus? Fungi are living organisms that form their own biological kingdom, completely different from plants, animals, bacteria, and viruses. Some fungi are microscopic, while others are large enough to be seen with the naked eye. Common examples include mushroom, molds that grow on bread or fruits, yeast used in the baking and brewing. Many fungi are beneficial. They help decompose dead plants and animals, recycling nutrients in nature, produce medicines such as penicillin, and are used in food production. However, a small number of fungi can cause disease in humans. These are known as pathogenic fungi. Candida auris belongs to the disease-causing group. What is yeast? Yeast is simply a single-celled fungus. Unlike molds, which grow as long branched filament, yeast usually exist as individual microscopic cells and reproduce mainly by a process called budding. Many yeast are harmless or even useful. For example, baker's yeast is used to make bread, dyes, while other yeast help produce foods and beverages. However, some yeast belonging to genus Candida can cause infection in humans. Candida auris is one such yeast. Unlike many other Candida species, it has developed characteristics that make it especially difficult to control in hospitals. What is antimicrobial resistance? Now let's understand another important term: antimicrobial resistance. The word antimicrobial refers to medicines that kill or stop the growth of microorganisms. These medicines include antibiotics that act against bacteria, antiviral that target viruses, antifungal drugs that treat fungal infection, and antiparasitic medicine used against parasites. Sometimes microorganisms change over time through natural genetic mutation. If these changes help them survive treatment, they continue to multiply and pass those traits to the future generations. Eventually, medicine that once worked become less effective or may stop working altogether. This process is known as antimicrobial resistance. When a microorganism becomes resistant to several different medicines at the same time, it is called multi-drug resistance. This is the one of the main reasons Candida auris has become a major global threat concern. Because Candida auris has become a multi-drug resistance, it has developed multi-drug resistance capacity. This fungus, Candida auris, was first identified in 2009 from the ear canal of a patient in Japan. The name auris comes from the Latin word for ear. Although it was first detected in an ear sample, doctors soon discovered that it could infect many other parts of the body, including the bloodstream, wounds, and internal organs. This fungus usually enters the body through breaks in the skin or by using medical devices. Once inside the body, this fungus may spread to different organs, making the infection difficult to treat. Some people do not become sick but still carry fungus on their skin. This is called colonization. A person who is colonized may have no symptoms but can still spread the fungus to hospital surfaces and to other patients through contact. This ability to silently colonize patients is one reason Candida auris can cause outbreaks in healthcare facilities. This fungus does not normally spread through the air. Instead, it spreads mainly through direct contact with an infected or colonized person or by touching contaminated surfaces and medical equipment. This fungus can survive on bed rails, bed sheets, tables, blood pressure cuffs, thermometers, and other hospital equipment if proper cleaning and disinfection are not carried out. Healthy people rarely develop serious Candida auris infection. The people at greater risk include patients admitted to intensive care unit ICU, people with weakened immune systems, individuals receiving chemotherapy for cancer, organ transplant recipients, patients with diabetes or severe chronic illness, people using ventilators, residents of long-term care facilities, patients who have received prolonged course of antibiotics or antifungal medicines. If we talk about the symptoms of Candida auris infection depend on which part of the body is infected. When the bloodstream is infected, common symptoms may include persistent fever, chills, low blood pressure, rapid heartbeat, general weakness. How is Candida auris diagnosed? Modern laboratories may use advanced methods such as MALDI, TOF, mass spectrometry, or molecular techniques to identify Candida auris accurately. Identification is extremely important. Correct identification is extremely important because some older laboratory method may confuse Candida auris with the other Candida species, delaying appropriate treatment. Now, how can we prevent the spread of Candida auris? First, prevention in the hospital and healthcare facilities. Strict hand hygiene by healthcare workers, easily identification and laboratory testing, isolating infected or colonized patient when appropriate, through cleaning and disinfection of rooms and medical equipment using effective disinfectants, proper use of personal protective equipment, careful use of antibiotics and antifungal drugs, regular surveillance and screening during outbreaks. Second, prevention by general public. Wash hands regularly, especially before and after visiting hospitals. Follow hospital infection control instruction when visiting patients. Avoid unnecessary use of antibiotics or antifungal medicines. Keep wounds clean and follow medical advice after surgery or procedures. People with weakened immune systems should seek medical attention promptly if they develop sign of infection. For most healthy people, the risk of Candida auris infection is very low. The greatest risk is for hospitalized patients with serious medical conditions. Awareness, good hygiene, and responsible use of medicines are simple steps that can make a big difference. By following prevention guidelines, each of us can help reduce the spread of infection disease. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this video informative, please like this video, share it, and subscribe to this channel. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you in the next video.